Every time the stock market drops by 10 or 20%, the news media loses its mind. The screens flash red, panic sets in, and millions of normal, hardworking people log into their retirement accounts and make the single worst financial decision of their entire lives. They sell everything to stop the bleeding. But if you are in your 20s, 30s, or even your 40s, a stock market crash is not a tragedy. It is the absolute greatest financial gift you could possibly ask for. In fact, you should be actively praying for a massive market crash. I talk about the psychology of money and how to actually build wealth instead of just pretending to be rich. Today, we are talking about why the middle class gets slaughtered during recessions, why millionaires are made during market crashes, and how you can completely bulletproof your mindset so you never panic again. Let's start with a psychological paradox. If you walk into a store and see that your favorite $1,000 television is suddenly on sale for $800, you are thrilled. You buy it immediately. People will literally camp out in the freezing cold on Black Friday just to get a 20% discount on consumer trash. But when the stock market goes on sale for 20% off, people run out of the store screaming. They treat the greatest wealth-building machine in human history completely backwards. Here's the brutal mathematical reality. Unless you're retiring in the next 3 to 5 years, you are a net buyer of stocks. For the next few decades, you're going to be taking a chunk of your paycheck every single month and using it to buy pieces of companies through index funds. If you are a buyer of something, you want the price to be as low as humanly possible. If the stock market drops 30%, your $500 monthly investment suddenly buys you significantly more shares. You are scooping up incredibly valuable assets at a massive discount. When the market inevitably recovers, and historically it has always, without fail, recovered and hit new all-time highs, those extra shares you bought on sale will explode in value. The reason the middle class stays broke is because they let their emotions dictate their math. When the market drops, they log into their 401k, see that their balance went from $50,000 down to $35,000, and they panic. They hit the sell button to convert it to cash because they're terrified of it going to zero. But here's the secret. Until you hit that sell button, you haven't actually lost a single penny. You still own the exact same number of shares, they're just temporarily priced lower. But the second you sell, you lock in that loss forever. You have turned a temporary paper fluctuation into permanent financial damage. And even worse, you will inevitably sit on that cash in fear and completely miss the massive rebound on the way back up. Wealthy people do the exact opposite. When blood is in the streets, they open their wallets. They know that recessions are the absolute fastest way to transfer wealth from the impatient to the patient. So what is the strategy? It's incredibly boring and incredibly effective. It's called dollar cost averaging. You set up your accounts to automatically invest a set percentage of your paycheck into an S&P 500 or total market index fund every single month, regardless of what the news is saying. If the market is at an all-time high, you buy. If the market is crashing and everyone on TV thinks the economy is ending, you buy. You don't try to time the bottom, and you never try to guess the top. You just keep blindly accumulating assets. If you can rewire your brain to look at a red stock market and see a massive Black Friday sale on your future freedom, you will completely remove the anxiety from investing. A crash is not a punishment, it's an accelerator. Stop checking your portfolio every day, turn off the financial news, and let the math do the heavy lifting for you while everything is on clearance. If you want to keep learning the real, unglamorous mechanics of building wealth and keeping the money you make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.